Everyone, this is a presentation on the water cycle and it's been created for grade 5 science students. Water is essential to life on Earth. In its three phases, solid, liquid, and gas, water ties together the major parts of the Earth's climate system: air, clouds, the ocean, lakes, vegetation, snowpack, and glaciers. From the beginning of time, when water first appeared, it has been constant in quantity and continuously in motion. Little has been added or lost over the years. The same water molecules have been transferred time and time again from the oceans and the land surface into the atmosphere by evaporation, dropped on the land as precipitation, and transferred back to the sea by rivers and groundwater. This endless circulation is known as the hydrologic cycle. You may think that every drop of rain that falls from the sky or each glass of water that you drink is brand new, but it has always been here and is a part of the water cycle. The water cycle is the path that all water follows as it moves around the earth in different states. This is the transportation of water. Liquid water is found in oceans, rivers, lakes, and even groundwater. Solid ice is found in glaciers, snow, and at the North and South poles. Water vapor, a gas, is found in the Earth's atmosphere. Where is the Earth's water? Well, 96.5% is in the oceans. 1.7% is in lakes, rivers, streams, and soil. 1.7% is in the polar ice caps, glaciers, and permanent snow. And 0.001% is in water vapor in Earth's atmosphere. Evaporation. The heat of the sun provides energy to make the water cycle work. The sun evaporates water from the oceans into water vapor. Condensation. Warm water vapor rises up through the Earth's atmosphere. As the water vapor rises higher and higher, the cool air of the atmosphere causes the water vapor to turn back into liquid water, creating clouds. This process is called condensation. When a cloud becomes full of liquid water, it falls from the sky as rain or snow, also known as precipitation. Rain and snow then fill lakes and streams, and the process starts all over again. Precipitation can come in the form of rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Runoff. Much of the water that returns to the earth as precipitation runs off the surface of the land and flows down hills into streams, rivers, ponds, and lakes. Snow can melt, becoming runoff, which flows into rivers, the oceans, and into the ground. Rainfall on land flows downhill as runoff, providing water to lakes, rivers, and the oceans. Infiltration. Infiltration is an important process where rainwater soaks into the ground through the soil and underlying rock layers. Some rain soaks into the ground as infiltration, and if deep enough, becomes groundwater. Water from lakes and rivers can seep into the ground. Water moves underground because of gravity and pressure. Percolation. Percolation is the movement of water through the soil itself. Finally, as the water percolates into the deeper layers of the soil, it reaches groundwater, which is water below the surface. The upper surface of this underground water is called the water table. Groundwater close to the land surface is taken up by plants. Some groundwater seeps into rivers and lakes and can flow to the surface as springs. Plants take up groundwater and evapotranspire or evaporate it from their leaves. Some groundwater goes very deep into the ground and stays there for a long time. So, evapotranspire, also known as transpiration, is when plants absorb water from the soil. The water moves from the roots through the stems to the leaves. Once the water reaches the leaves, some of it evaporates from the leaves, adding to the amount of water vapor in the air. This process of evaporation through plant leaves is called transpiration. Solid ice and snow can turn directly into gas, which is called sublimation. And then the opposite can happen where water vapor becomes solid, which is called deposition. Sublimation occurs more readily when certain weather conditions are present, such as low relative humidity and dry winds. Sublimation also occurs more at higher altitudes, where the air pressure is less than at lower altitudes. A place where sublimation could occur is on Mount Everest. So in conclusion, water is the basic element of nature. It covers 70% of the Earth's surface. It provides life, eases out heat, drains harmful substances, and mediates many day-to-day works. Water needs to be replenished, purified, and circulated again and again so that it can perform its functions. Nature does this job through a process called the water cycle, also known as the hydrologic cycle. The water cycle is a phenomenon where water moves through the three phases, gas, liquid, and solid, over the four spheres, which is the atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere, and completes a full circle. The water cycle has many effects. It regulates the temperature of the surroundings. It changes weather and creates rain. It helps in conversion of rock to soil. It circulates important minerals through the spheres. It also creates the many geographical features present on Earth, like the ice caps of mountains, icebergs, the rivers, the valleys, lakes, and more. Hence, it is quite important to understand and learn the process of the water cycle.